an ancient giant fish washed up on the beach. People flocked to the shore to see it. It had a massive body and a weird-looking head. The head was covered in bumps. Researchers came to a preliminary conclusion, probably because the fish lived deep in the ocean. Those bumps were used as glowing lures. Because of the heat, the giant fish was already stinking. A woman suddenly fainted from the long sun exposure. A man next to her gently helped her to a shady spot. They talked and both admitted they didn't really like the sea. They only came today out of curiosity. The woman hated the sea because 7 years ago, her fiancé died in a shipwreck at sea. Since then she had stopped coming to the beach. Meanwhile, workers were examining the giant fish. Suddenly one of them noticed a transparent part on its body. Looking through it, they could see many humans inside. They figured those humans were gathered in the fish's intestines. So the team decided to cut open its belly and get everyone out. To their surprise, such a huge ancient fish had skin that was so soft with no scales at all. Even a simple kitchen knife could slice right through. The moment it was cut open, people poured out, and they all seemed to be alive. They kept opening their mouths, making noises. Then the woman who fainted earlier suddenly spotted. Among the pile was her fiancé who went missing in that shipwreck 7 years ago. Other workers started guessing that all these people were victims of that same shipwreck. The victims suddenly let out creepy howls, then crawled together toward the land. Watching these squirming people, the man guessed they had survived by eating undigested food in the intestines, almost like parasites. But that wasn't the real story. This tale is eerie, but it shows the author's good wish. The cruel sea often causes shipwrecks. Innocent lives get taken by the ocean. Imagine there is an ancient giant fish in the deep sea. Whenever a shipwreck happens somewhere, it goes and swallows the victims, letting them live inside its gut, feeding on leftover food to keep going. Once enough are gathered, the giant fish will beach itself on a crowded shore. People can look through the transparent windows on its body and see the survivors still alive inside. Since the fish has no scales on its surface, it can be easily cut open and then rescue those victims at the cost of its own life to save countless humans.